You do know the chances of me connecting with somebody is very highly. Remember you said that, Nick? Remember you said that, baby? That did not age well because the way you are acting is crazy. Bro, you are crashing out. And you want to know why? Because you cannot find anyone better than Sandy, which is why you want to lock her down, and you thought you was going to come here and convince her to marry you. And you are threatened by the fact that JR is a big black man who's slinging that D all over the place, and your girlfriend is loving it. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. You guys, we are talking about the Ultimatum Season 3, Episodes 4 and 5, and we have some things to get into. But before we do, I need you guys to do me a favor. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you keep coming back and you still haven't pressed the button, I'm gonna need you to do it. Just go ahead and do it, because you want to be here and I want you here, so press the button. If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well and I'm ready to get into this review, so let's do it. So Sandy and JR are talking, and Sandy tells JR that she ran into Nick. Now we know Nick has been stalking her, okay? I don't believe that they just ran into each other. That man was waiting for her to come out of the apartment so he could follow her to wherever she was and bump into her. She told JR that Nick is upset because he thinks that they are just in there effing around, but they're not. You sure? Are you sure about that? Because my gut feeling is telling me that y'all are in that apartment going ham, okay? Tearing it apart, marking every piece of furniture in there. You can't tell me that you're not. Then she told JR that she told Nick that they kissed. Did you tell him how many times? Because y'all definitely kissed on that date. Now you want to tell him that y'all kissed and send this man into a spiral. JR looks very concerned, okay, because he knows that this is about to get out. He said this is going to turn into a shit show. And it is. And it definitely is, because now everybody's going to know that y'all in here doing the unthinkable. Basically cheating on your partners. Y'all don't want to call it cheating, but it is what it is. Sandy said that she tried to talk to Nick about their relationship before they even came here, but he didn't want to hear it. Now, all of a sudden that they're here and they're immersed into this process, he wants to now communicate. She said that's not fair to her, and she wants to go through this process the way it's intended. See, Nick, you sat there, you brought this girl here not realizing what you done set yourself up for. Baby, when I tell you, I was shook to my core when they was showing how Vanessa and Micah was packing up them things, okay? It was like, Vanessa isn't here. Vanessa's gone. Micah's gone. Chanel's gone. Dave's gone. Baby, the way them people got out of there like a thief in the night is crazy. I said, wait, do we still have a show? Half the cast is gone. Now, let me tell you something. You cannot convince me that Micah and Vanessa did not sit in that room and talk about how they was going to convince their partners to get up out of this process, okay? Especially Micah, because he's manipulative. The way he tried to convince Chanel that she's not ready for marriage because her career is doing so well. I know he was the mastermind. But baby, they gone. Everybody's gone. Now Mariah and Nick are all alone. So Nick and Mariah sit down to talk about how they've been ghosted and what's their plans moving forward. Vanessa talk about her abandonment issues and how she grew up, her mother abandoned her. So she's very codependent, but she's going to take this time to work on herself. And Nick has no choice but to do the same. And I'm glad that they decided to work on themselves, because Mariah definitely needs to sort out her abandonment issues and her codependency, and Nick needs to get a grip. He needs to be snapped back down to reality. So I really need these two to focus on themselves. Time alone sometimes is really good. This can be a blessing in disguise. Sandy finds out that Nick is alone and she's just pissed off. Girl, you pissed off because now you know that he's definitely not over there doing the things that you over there doing with JR. That's the only reason why you're upset. You're not upset that Nick is alone. So Aria and Caleb are outside talking, and Aria tells Caleb that he's definitely different than her ex. She said there's a calmness about him that just makes her feel calm and secure. Caleb said that Mariah uses the term blind faith with him. And she was like, what exactly is that? And he said that she just doesn't really know why he's the one. She just knows that he's the one. Mariah has some issues that she needs to work out. She's smothering that man and she's not giving him any room to breathe. But when he said that she used the word blind faith, it just makes me believe that Mariah is not really, I don't want to say Mariah doesn't love Caleb, but it feels like she's just so codependent. Like she finally got somebody in her life and she wants to keep them around forever and ever, even if that's not the one for her. I'm not going to lie. I really like Aria and Caleb together. And I really want something to come out of this between them two, because watching them together, it just seems so pure. It seems so genuine, and like, it does something for me. It really does. So we found out that Aria's parents got divorced, and the way she found out was she was doing her FAFSA application, and she called her mom up for some help, and her mom was like, oh, by the way, me and your father are getting divorced. And she was like, oh, wow. She kind of knew it was headed in that direction because she said her parents had an open relationship and she remembers seeing a lot of women. I'm like, her father must have put her mother through hell. Because you notice she didn't say she saw a lot of men, she saw a lot of women. Caleb was like, well, you know, I'm not into no open relationship. She was like, me either. He wants to know if that has anything to do with her trust issues when it comes to men. And she says, absolutely. Aria said that Caleb is refreshing because now she knows that there's really nice guys out there. And I love that for Aria, because every woman deserves to find someone or hope and faith that there are some good men out here. I mean, it's very slim picking, but there are some out here. And the fact that she said that she feels like he actually cares and she feels seen, I promise you, the way Caleb has been showing up for Aria is chef's kiss. When they did the little spa date and he brought the foot bath and the mask and the, you know, the skincare and stuff, it was beautiful. It just showed a different side of intimacy. You don't always have to go out and do something spectacular. You don't always have to go out to eat. You can really just spend time with each other, doing self-care together. I love this relationship and I really, really hope that it turns into something. It has to. It has to. If it don't, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm really going to be disappointed. So J.R. and Sandy go bowling. So they make a bet and Sandy said, if I win, then you got to cook me dinner. And he was like, well, if I win, then you got to sleep in my t-shirt. Nothing but my t-shirt. If y'all really want us to believe that y'all not in that house getting it on, I'm going to need y'all to stop making comments like this. If y'all really want us to believe that y'all are not in that house throwing it back and busting it wide open, I'ma really need y'all to stop making comments like this. They start talking about, you know, things that they like and things that they don't like about each other so far. And she doesn't like that, you know, he does his laundry separate. She wants to do these things together. She wants to be in her wife era. Oh, so now you want to be in your wife era. Now you really want to step into this role of housewife. But you have Nick outside spiraling, begging you, pleading with you to be his wife. But for JR, baby, you ready to wash his dirty drawers. The D must be good. The D must be good. They talk about going out to eat, and he says, how would you feel if I brought out my scale? She was like, absolutely no. Immediately no. Do not bring out that scale. Now, y'all know I've been on my weight loss journey. Well, y'all don't know that. I'm letting y'all know that now. And I honestly thought about taking out a scale every now and then. And again, I didn't do it, but I thought about it. I definitely thought about it. Because I know how hard it is to stay on track. And one slip up, baby, can send you back. Send you back real fast. JR is like smitten with Sandy, okay? Or lusting over Sandy. He said that she is very unique. And the fact that she didn't leave to go be with Nick, even though Nick has been blowing her phone up, she still continues to show up for him in this trial marriage. He says there's like a light at the end of the tunnel. Are you planning on leaving with Sandy? JR, I'm asking you, are you planning on leaving with Sandy? Because that's the vibe that I'm getting. So Scotty and Zaina go out, and Scotty's telling her that sometimes she sidesteps her emotions and she tries to mask it with humor or changing the subject. He told her that he knows that she's an emotional person, and she was like, I know that I need to work on being more vulnerable and open up. He said he feels like because in her past relationships, her ex might have been slower to open up. So now he lays it on thick and says that she just needs the right person in the right space, and that he can be that right person in the right space. Scotty says all the things that you want to hear, right? And when someone just says all the things that you want to hear, you always have to have in the back of your mind that they could be running game on you. And I don't know what his end goal is. I don't know if he's serious or not, but something about Scotty really sends off my sucker radar. I told y'all this in the last review. And whenever my sucker radar goes off, it's definitely telling me that I'm being suckered. So Aria and Caleb are in the house talking, and it's so pure. It's so genuine. It's so sweet. Like, it is really a beautiful thing to watch. You literally see the feelings growing. You see the attraction growing. You see the connection growing. It's really a thing. It's really a thing. He talks about how Mariah loves him. I thought about it for a second, right? And he said that her love is so pure. And you would think that because of how she was brought up and being abandoned, that she wouldn't be able to show love in that way because she didn't receive it. And I honestly feel like it's the opposite. Because she haven't received the love, she feels like she needs to overcompensate for the love. And I think that's what she's doing. She's going 110% with the love factor because she wants him to feel the love that she never felt. And I think it just may be a little bit too much for Caleb because he feels like she doesn't trust him versus she loves him because she's always calling him. She's always checking in on him. It's becoming overwhelming for him. And that's probably why he's scared to marry her because he doesn't know if this is the future he wants. JR and Sandy are cooking dinner together, something that JR really appreciates because he says him and Zaina don't do that together. Now, they sitting outside, they talking. They're talking about how old they want to be when they have children, how many kids they want, boys and girls, you know, basic conversation. They look over the balcony and daggone Nick is sitting outside staring at them on the bench. The man's crazy. When I told y'all that he was stalking her, he was stalking her. He has not stopped calling her, texting her, or nothing. The man is spiraling out of control. I know he's sitting there wondering if he can get a glimpse into the house to see what's really happening. Because, baby, the way I would have yelled over that balcony, Nick, what is you doing? Nick, what is you doing? But instead, Sandy got up and was like, this is crazy. Is he still there? Is he still there? Nick must have seen that they saw him and got up and walked away. So then they cut to Nick in the house, rage painting. He is like, I mean, he is in it, baby. He was taking them strokes and he was going. All that anger that was built up in him, he was letting it all out on that wall. I'm sitting there like, don't mess up them people's place because you're going to have to pay for it. And they're just splashing paint all over the place. And I am skipping over a lot of things because I just feel like we need to get to episode 5, okay? But when JR and Sandy was in that pool, and Sandy said in a confessional that she loves JR, baby, the way I grabbed my imaginary pearls, because excuse the F out of me. You what now? Did you mean like you love him or you in love with him? I need all of this to be cleared up and cleared up fast. So when we get to episode 5, Scotty meets Zaina's family. And it seems to be going well. And so the sister was like, I like JR. I like JR. And if JR asked you to marry him tomorrow, what would you say? Zaina said no. I said, well, that changed really fast because you brought him here to get married. So now you really all in your head. Scotty got you wide open to the point that you don't even want to marry JR anymore. This is going to be an interesting ending. I'm telling you now. I really can't even like pinpoint exactly who's going to be together, who's going to stay with who they with, and who's going to go back to who they came with, because it's really getting all tangled up. It's getting all tangled up. I really enjoy watching Aria work on her physical affection. When her and Caleb was in the bed, first of all, I was shocked because like I've never seen them in the bed together, right? But the fact that, you know, they were just holding hands and like looking into each other's eyes, and I'm just sitting here like the right person will bring the right things out of you. The way he's just so kind and gentle with her is just like, oh, I think this is like one of those times where you just want them to leave together. Like, don't leave with who you came with. Please don't. Y'all need to really work on it. She said that she is developing feelings for him. And I see it. I definitely felt like, yeah, it was platonic. Yeah, they're just going to be friends. Yeah, they're going to work on themselves. But baby, no, the way this is developing right in front of my eyes, I feel like I'm watching a love story unfold. Like, we going to get to the reunion and they going to have children. That's how I feel. Nick is in his apartment crashing the F out, okay? He is pissed. He's calling Sandy back to back to back to back to back. He is slamming doors. The way he is in the room crying and yelling, I just know he was sliding down the wall, snot down his nose, like ugly crying too. I'm like, yo, you got to pull yourself together, bro, because you are doing a whole lot. And the way you are acting is not going to make Sandy want you anymore. It's definitely not. I hate when he said that, you know, JR is a threat to him. I don't know if I felt like it was a microaggression, but I didn't like the way he said it. Like, he's a threat to me. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Nick decides that he's going to take his little happy ass over to their apartment because he definitely has been stalking them. That's why he knows where they live, right? And he's banging on the door. JR goes to the door. He like, let me talk to Sandy. JR like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go. Like, don't come to my house demanding to speak to my wife. Your wife? Oh, y'all in deep. Y'all in this deep, baby. We is in the trenches now. He was so serious about how that man was coming to talk to his wife. Nick, you about to lose your girl. You about to lose your girl. Baby, you lost your girl. And I'm not even going to say about, you definitely lost your girl. And just as I suspected, we start to see the real Scotty just a little bit. Okay? Because Scotty says to Zaina, we should go out. We should go out. We don't want to organize a closet. Who got time for that? So he suggested that they go in a hot air balloon. And she was like, I don't know about that. So then he was like, what about chirotherapy? And she was like, definitely not that. And he was like, if you don't want to go out with me, then just say that then. Whoa, Scotty. Whoa. First of all, a hot air balloon sounds like fun, but not to everyone. Not to everyone. Some people are scared of heights. Some people don't want to be all hot with the fire. Like, chill. This is an extreme ass date that you decided to go on randomly on a Tuesday. Chirotherapy, I had to look it up. Wasn't familiar with it. It's basically like a cold treatment. Absolutely no. What? Why does that sound like fun? He tells her that her idea of fun is like just going out to eat. I mean, we can do all types of things, but I don't want to be froze to death. He says that he doesn't deal with rejection well, and it might have something to do with the fact that when he was little, they always validated him and praised him. Yeah, Scotty, I'm starting to see it. You're controlling. This is why Aria is afraid to be with you, because you're controlling and you hate the fact that she doesn't want to move and drop everything for you. You can't take it, and you really thought that you was going to be able to get her here to convince her to drop everything about her, to drop everything in her life just to be with you. When she said that you're the type of person that needs the last word, I saw it. I witnessed it with my own eyes. I feel like maybe you need some time alone. I remember when you said that if you leave here without being engaged to anyone, that you're going to start thinking that you're the problem. You are. You are. Relationships are about compromise. You said you wanted someone who was working on compromising in a relationship, and you got upset because she rejected some extreme ass dates. Yeah, it sounds like you need to do the work. Yeah. So Aria and Caleb are talking, and Aria wants to tell Mariah, because it's about to be a girls' night, that she is developing feelings for Caleb. And he's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's bad enough that she's alone. I don't want her to hear that from you. If anything, I want to be the one to tell us what's going on. Caleb, nah, sir, it don't work like that. This is not how this works. You have to be open, you have to be honest, and you have to be transparent. If you are developing feelings for Aria, you need to stand in it. If Aria is developing feelings for you, she needs to stand in it. It's not fair to tell her not to tell Mariah. That's not fair. Not at all. So now it's girls' night and it's boys' nights. All the girls are out, all the guys are out. So Sandy sits down and she immediately starts talking about how Nick has been behaving, how he's been spiraling, how he's been crashing out. So Mariah steps in and says that she feels like Nick has really been in his head, and his insecurities are really starting to show, and he's been, escaping through painting. And Sandy was like, what a effing idiot. He can't even deal with his stuff. He's using paint to escape. How are you supposed to show up for me when you can't show up for yourself? Mariah said, I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm going to just be honest. After really getting to know him and talking to him, he's not ready to be anyone's husband. I said, well, damn, are y'all telling Sandy to go be with JR? Damn, are y'all making it for Sandy to make the decision to be with JR? Because, baby, that's definitely the direction she headed in. So over there at the boys' night, Nick comes in and he goes straight up to JR like, yo, I just want to say I'm sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry. And JR's like, we could talk about it. We could talk about it. So Nick sits down and he tells him like, I have never acted like this before. I've never spun out like this. I don't even know this version of myself. And JR was like, is it because it's me? Like, are you doing all of this because it's me? Nick said, no, it's not because it's you. That's a damn lie. That is a damn lie. I need you to be very honest. The way you said that man is a threat to you now all of a sudden is not because it's him. Nick, stand in your ish. You was bold enough to come to them people's house banging on the door. Be bold enough to say what you need to say and mean it and say it with your chest. JR told Nick that after he came there banging on the door, he lost all respect for him. So then JR starts talking about how Sandy has been challenging him. And she has a big heart and he could see why any man would want to be with her and marry her. Y'all about to send Nick into the psych ward, okay? That man is about to lose his everlasting mind. So then Zaina and Sandy are talking, and I'm sitting here like, I know this girl did not just say that she is training JR for Zaina. Did she really open her lips and say she's training JR for Zaina? Girl, I'm gonna need you stop it. When he was meeting your family, y'all was rubbing on each other's legs, when y'all was all feeling on each other, sleeping in the same bed, wearing t-shirts with nothing under it, kissing and whatnot, and doing God knows whatever in that house, you were not training him for her. When you said in that confessional that you love him, you was not training her. You was not training him for her. I'm going to need you to stop. The way you sat there and played in Zaina's face is crazy. And I'm so mad that Zaina sat there and continued to open up to you about the issues that she was dealing with when it came to JR. Because now you can use that. So now you can use that against her, talking about something. At the end of the day, you just have to choose yourself. Yeah, you want her to choose herself so you could go over there and be with JR. At this point, keep him. At this point, keep him. So back over there at the men's night, JR asked Caleb, how's everything going with Aria? And Caleb's like, it's going good. I mean, she's a wonderful woman. You really lucked up. I really lucked up with her. So Scotty was like, are you catching feelings for her? And he was like, no, we just friends. We just friends. And Scotty's like, not buying it. Not buying it. I have never met a man who been around Aria and just wanted to be friends. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. Have you seen Aria? She's beautiful. That man is falling for her and he's scared to admit it. Just let it be, Caleb. Just let it be. Scotty's not buying it. And it's obvious that that man has feelings for that girl. It's obvious. So I felt like Aria was kind of scolding Mariah a little bit because she was telling her how she be smothering that man. It feels like she don't trust him and everything. She was basically giving it to Mariah. Like, you need to get your act together because that's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. Mariah, I feel like Mariah can tell the passion is growing between Aria and Caleb. But Aria did tell her that, getting to know Caleb a lot more has caused a lot of confusion when it comes to how she feels about Caleb and Scotty and where she wants to be and what she wants to do going forward. I feel bad for Mariah, but not bad enough that I want Caleb to go back to her. Be honest, just being honest. So Scotty was talking about his connection with Zaina. And you can just see the smoke starting to rise up off of JR. Because JR been ready. He been ready. He been on go. And he's like, there's rumors going around saying that you think I'm here for a hall pass. And Scotty was like, who told you that? Like, if you heard that, why you think it's me? He was like, because they said that you said it. He was like, hold on, I don't need you to be mad. You need to calm down. He's like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. But to say that I'm here for a hall pass, you don't really know what me and Sandy got going on. What we got is real. So then Nick was like, so y'all sleeping together? And he was like, I mean, everybody's sleeping in the same bed, right? And Caleb was like, I don't think that's what he was asking. And Nick was like, you just confirmed my worst thoughts. I said, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Because y'all don't understand how many times I rewinded back and rewinded back and rewinded back, because he didn't say that he was sleeping with her, but it definitely felt like he said they were sleeping together. It's about to go down. It is about to go down. You say you're not here for a hall pass, and what y'all got is something real special, and it's not just a hall pass. Sounds like you're sleeping together to me. All I need is to hear JR say it out of his mouth. Ooh, baby, they doing a good job of hiding it, because we have not seen any footage of them actually humping yet. Whew. I'm in. I am in, and I'm ready for the next episodes to drop. I hope you guys stick around and go through this journey with me. Let me know what y'all think about episodes 4 and 5 down in the comments. If you have nothing to comment, go ahead and drop me some yellow hearts. I really hope y'all enjoyed this review, because I enjoyed doing it. I really, really did, okay? If you did not subscribe to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, like the video, like the video. Share with your friends, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.